Good morning, everyone. Yep, it's cold today. It's cold. It's okay. It's not as cold as it was. Don't have the door open yet. It's not sunny. I should go open the door though. The boys are running out there. It's about time for them to get back, but then you never know. So anyway, so let's get started. Yes. I heard something. I say I listen, huh? I listen. And any time when there's something that I hear something, is it through a show that I watch, or I read something, or I just hear people talking, or someone shares a post, and it's something, my eyes immediately lock on to something, going, oh wow, this is really good. This is, and I start to think about it, right? Yes. How does that, is that actual truth? Is that on how, where are the tentacles going with that now? In my mind, on how more could be added to that understanding of what? For me, it's always God's heart. Yes. And our own, kind of living. We're not just here physically. We're not. We have this just amazing. We're such an amazing creation of God, with our capabilities of thinking, right, analyzing, finding solutions. Yeah, creating destruction. But I'm going with the good stuff here now, and I love it when I hear something, again, when I come across something that immediately draws my attention. And there's always a reason for that, right? Yes? We're guided by spirit world all the time, right? Yes? Hopefully by the good side. On the side of goodness? All right. Which brings me to something I could talk about, but okay, all right, not right now. And it was, love is the source of sorrow. And I'm going, oh my gosh, that is so true. How do we understand love, right? We understand love. It's like a cause and effect kind of thing. If you truly love something, someone, and there is loss involved, for example, or even just being together and having to work through things, there is sorrow. It isn't just what? Love is also the source of joy. Yes? I could say so much more about it, because it's such a phenomenon to me that does sorrow have to be something so terrible, right? Because what's the source of it? It is love. So if you're going through some sorrow, that means, yes, you also truly experience love. Yes? Just saying. Something to think about? Food for thought? Yes, okay. Anyway, how often do people try to explain the pain in the world? Well, in the physical it is, right? If we didn't have any nerve endings going through our whole body, we wouldn't feel pain. Okay. How is that with our spiritual heart? Yes? Okay. If we didn't have one, we wouldn't know what sorrow is, or grief. Okay. All right. Or joy. All right. Okay. We are in the first book of Chronicles 4. It is what it is. Let's just get through it. I have my son's name. I can still see it. I'm still on the, I can still see my son's name here in the Bible, spelled exactly the way that we spell it. Okay, which I've already said that in other videos and how he got his name. So go watch if you want to know. Watch more. The southern tribes. Judah, Shobal. Sons of Judah, Perez, Hezron, Carmi, Shobal. Reaiah, son of Shobal, fathered Yahat. And Yahat fathered Ahumai and Lahad. These are the Zoreathite clans. I think it would be really interesting to go and study up on these clans. I found a book one time. It was a very old book, and it had the 100 most famous philosophers, and yeah, in it. I think I still have it somewhere, unless I gave it to someone, because it was really interesting to read. And they were short excerpts, right, of them all. So it's 100 of them in a book. It was pretty fat, fat book. Old, very old too. And it was interesting to read just a little bit about each one. Yes, okay. No doubt someone compiled and then took out, okay, what they thought was the most important part or things to share about these particular, right? Aristoteles, even Galileo was in there. Galileo was in there. This now, okay, all them. Pluto, and Socrates, yes. And it was really interesting to read about all these men. I think there was a couple of women in there too. Ooh, I'm going to go and find that book now. If I still have it, I should still have it. I have not come across it though in a long time. I probably gave it to someone. All right, and it'd be interesting, right? If there were a book about all these tribes and just a little bit about what they actually were about. What were their trades in particular in their tribes? Was it like that certain tribes did certain things? Like, say one tribe they were mostly farmers, or, okay, all right, now we're getting into lineage stuff again, or per se, okay, what did a whole lineage kind of stand for within their whole nation? Yes? For example, my ancestors were mountain farmers, right? And they were mountain farmers for, gosh, as far as I know, okay, tracing back a couple thousand years. And they lived in really inaccessible places and made the best out of it. Now, they weren't rich, none of them. They were patriots. They did go to war, this and that. Okay. Stuff to restore there in my ancestry as well, right? No matter how. Okay, just saying. And that's what they did. And then, of course, as more modern time started to happen, more of the descendants kind of moved out of these areas and into what? Oh, established cities, this and that. You got to remember, I grew up in Switzerland. That's an old country, okay? Old. Right? Okay. Oh, this one isn't? Well, yeah. There have been people living on in this particular country, the United States, for far longer than just the 250 years that we decided that was okay. Just saying. And started getting into other things, other trades, other this or that, right? Yes. And of course, when that happens, a community like that, a tribe like that starts to what? Dwindle. Yes. As far as I know, there's still Rickenbachers living in Ilkau, where they moved, Filkau spelled, Filkau, when they moved back out of an even more remote place, which is called Bisistal, and moved back to where they originated from originally. Okay, what was that? About 10 kilometers. Okay, 7 miles, 10 miles, not even, from one place to the other. Hey, migrating at that time, going to another place, that's, hey, yeah, you do that with just packing everything up on a what? Horse wagon or whatever. And I think at that time they didn't have that tunnel that connects now that one valley with okay the outside world, which was also a valley way away from. Okay, so they have to get over the mountain right into it's Busy Stall is it is a fairyland. It is an absolutely beautiful. The last time I was there, nope, civilization hadn't found their way really into the in there yet, because it's such a rough terrain to live. Yes, okay. Well, anyway, but it's a beautiful place to just go visit, and a lot of the farmers take their cows and pigs and horses and goats and sheep to the higher elevations, the Alps, for the summertime. Yeah, they still go through there. Yeah, yes, yeah, yeah. So it's yeah, still happening. So I wonder. It'd be interesting to from the Israelites and all these other tribes. Obviously, they're getting mixed up here. It's not all just Israelites anymore. It sounds like it, and and to see what their function was and their whole nation, nation of Israel, right? Or their area there, their region, all living together. Anyway, okay, all right, Daniela. Maybe that already exists. Got to go check it out. All right. These are Abietam, Jezreel, Ishma, and Idbash, whose sister was called Holy cannoli. Okay, I'm supposed to be able to spell that. I'm going to give it a try, guys. Hazalelponi. 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 That's a mouthful. Penuel fathered Gedor, and Ezer fathered Hushah. These were the sons of Hur, firstborn of Ephratah and father of Bethlehem. So the thing too is what I say is it would be nice to know more about them, is to get to know the people from the past as well, right? Yes. Rather than what I have to do a lot is just assume from what's written down here, and I'm not getting a whole lot when it comes to just common people. Yes, okay, and that just gives us greater understanding of the people of the past. Well, if you believe in the afterlife, where are they all now? Just gone? Skeletons in the wind? Their spirit is still, yes, there as they were here physically. Just saying, right? Yes? Working together, right? Got to know a little something about each other, right? Yes? Okay. I've been having this pain in my head. No, it's not a headache. Just, it's all right. It'll go away. Comes and goes. Sometimes that's just tells me, there's a spirit around that this really needs something. I got you. I'll just hold off on the push here. It happens. Yes, it does. They come in all types of forms and sizes and ways of communicating. Yeah. You see? Well, that goes right along with it. Again, okay. Not so boring now. Ashur, father of Tekoa, had two wives, Helah and Naarah. Naarah bore him Ahuzam, Hefer, the Timnites, and the Ashterites. These were the sons of Naarah. They each formed their own. How did that come the Timnites and the Ahashterites. See, it would be interesting to go and do that. Maybe that's what I'll do today. Okay, sons of Helah, Seret, Zohar, Ethnon. Kaz fathered Anub. Hazobeba, Hazobeba. And the clans of Aharhel, son of Harum. There goes Sage. Says, get over here already. He can probably hear me in here. Jabez was better known than his brothers. His mother gave him the name Jabez because, she said, in distress I gave birth to him. I wonder what that distress was. Except for just, it's a rough time. Giving birth is a rough time, regardless. Not so easy, hard, medium. It doesn't matter. So interesting. Jabez called on the God of Israel. If you truly bless me, he said, you will extend my lands. Your hand will be with me. You will keep harm away, and my distress will cease. God granted him what he had asked. Again, how this is written down as if we command God, right? Well, if you do that, then I will do this. So God granted him what he had asked. So what did he do with it? Maybe we'll find out more about that. Let's keep Jabez, right? Born out of distress, or in distress I gave birth to him. Oh, that's a good one. See, now that stuck out to me. Here's Caleb again. Is this the same Caleb all the time or different ones? Caleb was an ancestor of David, maybe. Let me have a nope. Caleb. Okay, Caleb was one. Caleb was the one that went and reconnoitered Canaan, didn't he? I think so. Son of Hezron. Okay, all right. That's way back. Could be the same one. I don't know. It doesn't say. Caleb. Jalub, Shushah's brother, fathered Mehir, who fathered Eshton. Shuhah's brother. Caleb. What does Caleb have to do with any of this? Well, let's keep reading. Eshton fathered Bethrapah, Pazeah, and Tehina, father of Ir-Nahash. These were the men of Rechab, sons of Kenas, Othniel and Seraiah, sons of Othniel, Hatat, and Meonotai. Meonotai fathered Ophrah. Seraiah fathered Joab, father of Geharashim, for they were craftsmen. Sons of Caleb. Oh, here we go. Sons of Caleb, son of Jephunneh. Iru, Elah, and Naam. Or Iru. Iru, Elah, and Naam. Sons of Elah, Kenas. Sons of Yehalelel, Sipha, Tiriah, Azarel. Sons of Ezra, Jeter, Mered, Efer, Yalon. She conceived Miriam, Shammai, and Ishbah. What? She? Who is she? Did I miss something? She conceived Miriam, Shammai, and Ishbah, the father of Eshtemoa, whose Judean wife gave birth to Jared, father of Gedor. Heber, father of Sako. Huh. Soko. Sounds Japanese, doesn't it? And Jekuthiel, father of Zanoah. These were the sons of Bittia, the daughter of Pharaoh, whom Mered had married. What? Mered, son of Ezra, Chether Mered. Huh. The sons of Hodiah's wife, sister of Naham, father of Keilah, the Garmite, and of Eshtemoa, the Maacathite. Sons of Shimon, Amnon, Rina, Ben-Hanan, Tilon. Sons of Ishi. Ooh. Sorry, guys. They're going to turn out he was a bad guy. Ugh. Bad guy. Misguided guy. Displeasing to God. Yeah. Sons of Ishi. Don't think that way. Okay. Zohet and Ben Zohet. Ben. That's interesting. I gotta show that to Ishi. You're mentioned several times, my son. Look at that. Shelah. Sons of Shelah, son of Judah. Father of Lekah. Laadah, father of Marashah, and the clans of linen workers. See? At Beth Ashbeah. Joachim, the man of Kasiba, Joash, and Saraph, were Moab, found wives, and then returned to Bethlehem. Come again? Anytime something like that, just come again? What? Oh, first of all, so father of Lekah, Laadah, father of Marashah, and the clans of linen workers. The linen workers were really important at that time, as far as I know, and pretty amazing too, and how they did all that with what they had at the time. Ingenious, just ingenious. Okay, when it comes down to it, what we walk around in now, when it comes to clothing, is so fake, cheap. Unless you can afford. Okay, all right, just saying. I guess at one point people really also treasured their garments, because they were, it wasn't just something that was popped out in a factory or something. Linen workers, so they're mentioned here. Oh, I like that. So what did Joachim do? Joachim, the men of Kasiba, Joash, and Saraph were where Moab found wives and then returned to Bethlehem. They went and looked for women. These are old traditions. It's okay. They're old traditions, man. Well, any tradition at one point came into being for what reason? Then it goes on long enough, and rather than saying, that's a bad practice, it's an old tradition. Oh. I tell you what. These were potters and lived at Netaim and Gederah. They resided there working for the king. Potters, pottery. Pottery was another big, yeah. Interesting. All right. Simeon, sons of Simeon. Nemuel, I like that name, Simeon. Simon, Simeon. Nemuel, Jamin, Jarib, Zerah, Saul. Shalom was his son, Mipsam his son, Mishma his son, the sons of Mishma. Hamuel his son, Sakur his son, Shimei his son. Hey, look, they keep doing it again. I mean, I get it. I understand what they're saying here, but it's funny how they're saying it. Shimei had 16 sons and 6 daughters, but his brothers did not have many children, and the sum of their clans did not multiply as the sons of Judah did. That was a bad thing? So if Shimei had 16 sons and 6 daughters, that's all from one woman? Could be. I mean, it's possible for a woman to give birth to that many children in her lifetime. But his brothers did not have many children, which could mean that they adhered more to God's ideal and had only one wife and just were happy with what they got there. I don't know. It doesn't say here. They lived in Beersheba, Maladah, and Hazar Shual, Bilhah, Ezem, and Tolad, Bethuel, Hormah, and Siklag. Beth Markabat, Hazar Sazim, Beth Biri, Sha'araim. These were their towns until the reign of David. Their settlements were Etam, Ain, Rimmon, Tochen, and Ashan. Tochen, and Ashan. 5 towns, and all the dependencies surrounding these towns as far as Baalat. There is repetition going on here. We've already read this. Pretty similar. That was where they lived, and they had an official genealogy. Oh. Meshobab, Yamlech, Yosha, son of Amaziah, Joel, Yehu, son of Joshibiah, son of Seraiah, son of Aziel, Elioenai, I know a brother in faith whose name is Elio. I wonder if his full name is Elioenai. Must ask. Jacobah, Yeshohaiah, Azariah, Adiel, Yezimiel, Benaiah, Ziza, Ben Shiphi, Ben Alon, Ben Jediah, Ben Jimri, Ben Shemaiah. Ben. Ooh. Surname? Oh. Interesting. These above named were princes in their clans. That's why they were called Ben, Shimri, Ben. Surname. It goes all kinds of stuff through my head. Okay, all right. These above named were princes in their clans in their ancestral home. Their numbers increased enormously, no doubt. In search of pasture for the flocks, they spread from the pass of Gerar to the eastern end of the valley, where they found good, fat pasture. The land was broad, untroubled, peaceful. Hamites had been living there before them. Now I'm wondering, reading this, when they started having kings, they said, okay, well, God anointed this or that one. And we find out, they're all sheep herders and this and that. And I'm going, now reading this, I'm going, were they already kind of had this exalted status of being a prince in their clans? And that was why some of them were chosen? According to, and God really didn't have anything to do with it? Oh, interesting. Okay, I'm just asking. I mean, I'm not saying that's how it was, but that comes to mind here reading this now. These Simeonites, recorded by name, arrived there in the time of Hezekiah, king of Judah. Oh. So that's much later. I don't know, but that could have started way before that, because it says here their numbers increased enormously, so that takes time. So I could have started way further back. All right. I don't know. That's all speculation here. Me speculating. They overran their tents. Oh, let's read this one. What did they do? These Simeonites, didn't say the Simeonite, these Simeonites, okay, well, you can already tell, recorded by name, yeah, we know who they are, arrived there in the time of Hezekiah, king of Judah. Hezekiah now was a good king, right? Or supposedly, they overran their tents and the dwellings which they found there. They put them under a curse of destruction, still in force today, and settled in their place, since there was a pasturage for their flocks. Ay. 500 of them, of the Simeonites, went to Mount Seir, their leaders being Pelatiah, Neriah, Rephaiah, and Uzziel, the sons of Ishi. Huh? I thought the sons of Ishi were Soheth and Ben Soheth. Oh, Ben Soheth, a prince. Ooh, I must tell my son. Guess what? Okay, but what the heck is this here now? The sons of Ishi, they defeated the surviving fugitive of Amalek and still live there today. Wow, interesting. So, when my mother-in-law, right, told me, rest in peace, my darling, told me that, oh yeah, Ishi's in the Bible, he's a warlord. Aha, we've just found, no, he wasn't a warlord. Sounds like he was a rebel and a bandit and a robber, right? Yes, that's what it sounds like. Ugh, dear me. All right, well, that was the end of 4. Well, my son, I just found you everywhere in here. Your name. Huh? It's good. Go tell him, said, there's a reason you got that name. It isn't just for one thing or the other. Oh, my Bible. My poor Bible, you guys. Look, there's a part of it just came out. Go fix that. I got good glue for that. When you use a book, this book, the way I do, it's suffering. Yes, it must suffer. Oh. Love is the source of sorrow. Oh my gosh, love is the source of sorrow. Look. Yes. Okay, so what am I reading right now? Yeah, right. Yeah, lots of sorrow in here, but it should be a book of love, right? All right, it's a history book. It's a history book, God's history book, per se. And I use it so much. And I came across something someone said. I talk to people. I do. And I oftentimes wait before I say anything because I'd like to understand what is actually meant properly. And I needed some guidance, and something came to my mind. Again, love's been going around. Love has been just in my mind, right? What's love? How do people understand love? Right? What does love contain? And why is it that way? Do you love God or the idea of God? Okay, stuff like that. And immediately this poem, or how do you say, love is enduring, it never does this or that or whatever. And I went and looked it up. It's in Corinthians. It's in Corinthians 13, 7 through, I read 7 through towards the end. I can't remember what the last one was. And then I shared that with the person I was talking to, and it was so. It was again to say, I would not have been able to express myself in this absolutely wonderful way of when you reach a certain level in your life with spiritual growth, right? What did I start out with? Then understanding something is one thing, but to gain, when you have the understanding and then go farther and start to live the understanding, then on the side of goodness, of course, then that's where you really truly find fulfillment and that heaven in your heart. Yes? And on how you won't need your special talents and gifts anymore. Okay, what are they? Not knowing how to farm or this or that. Okay, this was more on a spiritual level, right? Do I need to have this insight into spirit world if I live harmoniously here with the understanding that I have of spirit world on how you live harmoniously united together in peace on earth, right? Then why would I need to have all these instructions from somewhere else? If I already am living heaven under the guidance of heaven. Do you know what I mean? Under the guidance of our parental God. Then I've gained the understanding on how am I created in God's image? Well, with that, again, what do? Right? We feel, we think, we compute, we analyze, we figure things out, we discover things, we create things even, invent things. Right? It's better on the side of goodness, again. If one truly has an understanding of all that, then one would never invent something that gives benefit to some, but is destructive to other things. Do you know what I mean? Okay, just saying, right? Yeah. Anyway, but it's a beautiful passage. Maybe the Bible that is called the Living Bible, the one that I have, it's a little bit different in there and then in some others. But in the way that it is in there, again, who got their hands on that and with an elevated spirit, okay, edited? Okay. And that's not allowed? Okay, well, again, how is your understanding of that? And it's given in such a beautiful way, absolutely beautiful, on how once you are there, once you get there, right, even in the physical, you won't need all these things, fantasies, I don't know what around you. Huh? You won't have to make things up. Because what is around us and surrounds us is already so beautiful. Why make up things that don't exist? Just saying, right? Yes? God's already taken care of all of that. Really has. Okay. That's all I wanted to share this morning. I got to go. Barn time again. Yes, every day. Twice a day. Cece last night, she said, did you close up the chicken coop? I had just told her, I said, listen, I didn't tell you, even though the chickens are going back into the barn, but there's just so few now. And I don't really, it's fine. If they feel safer in there, this and that, then the chicken coop or, it's just, okay, whatever they want to do. Our animals live such a wonderful life here, right? Our dogs, 3 big dogs on the run out there, roaming around on, 250 acres. They love it. Do I have to worry? I'd rather not, but, okay, it is what it is, right? Yes? The love that I have for our animals is in the way that they can truly live on how God created them and meant them to live. Also in a free environment. Yes? You know what I mean? Okay. And I love that. Being able to, I know not everybody can do that. But we should all get to that point. To be able to have, even here with the coyotes, this and that's why I let my chickens into the barn, right? because then even if I forget to close up the chicken coop, which, okay, I really don't forget when I do know they go in there, but they haven't been. So, but I close it up anyway because they still go in there and lay eggs, and I don't want some varmint get in there and say, oh yeah, there's food here, and kind of, okay, I don't want that either, right? And so I told Jessica, I said, hey, you forgot to close up the chicken coop last night when you went over there and wanted to take care of the barn. She sometimes wants to do that because she likes horses and this and that too. And it takes so little time in the evening because it's already all ready to go. And she says last night, she says, did you close the chicken coop? I said, you know what? I forgot. So she went over and she closed it up. Yes, it's good to have each other to remind each other to not be too proud about things, right? Yes? And or think, oh, you're never going to make a mistake, this or that. Huh? Yeah? Yes? Yeah. Then it's good to have people around you say, you just told me that. Did you do it? Because I don't think you did. I didn't. So she got up, she went and closed it. Very sweet, right? Yes? Okay. All right, now I'm done. I gotta go. I gotta go take care of the barn. Let the horses out. Piggy roams free too. Dogs are out running. Chickens do their thing. I don't even have to feed these guys really. I throw them some corn out anyway, but they stick their nose up at it. The only time they eat anything that I give them is when there's snow and they can really truly not find anything else. But otherwise, nah, they don't do. No, they got better stuff out there to eat than that corn. And they won't eat any of that chicken scratch or whatever. No, they're even, what is that? They're not eating that. They're used to how do you say? A delicatesse diet. They don't want that stuff from the bags from the store. Our animals are so spoiled when it comes to so many different things. Are they? Or are they just living life? As God created them. Beautiful, isn't it? Yeah. God's love and blessings always. May He protect you, and I will talk to y'all another time.